The good, the bad, the ugly.
Hello everyone, fragrance community boys and girls, this is Max Forte to bring you another good, bad, and the ugly, the underrated and the overrated, this time from the house of Paul Gaultier, a very well-known brand, needs no introduction, especially this guy over here, Paul Gaultier's Le Male, which has been introduced in 1995, so 20 years in the making of this beauty. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's been around for a long time. So I'm going to go from right to left and giving you guys a little bit on each one of these. Then I'm going to tell you which one I think is the good, the bad, the most underrated, the most overrated of this company. And then obviously the ugly, which is the real bad from the brand. So Paul Gaultier's Le Male has been around since '95. This is the 20th anniversary of this guy. It's got so many different flankers. It's hard to keep track. So many summer flankers, which brings me to the next point. I have these 5 fragrances right now. I've had Fleur de Mal cologne. I've had a couple different flankers of the Le Male. And I figured, through the years that these were the 5 Paul Gaultier fragrances that I think are the best for me, the ones that work the best for my skin. And there's one in here in particular that's a very unisex fragrance that's great to wear for couples. So me and my significant other, we both wear this. So anyway, we'll get to that in a second. But so Le Male, is a fragrance that's been copied to death. There's so many fragrances out there that reminisce and resemble this smell. It's a very popular smell. It's a very beautiful oriental fragrance. You get a lot of vanilla in the dry down. What a beautiful fragrance Paul Gaultier's Le Male is. You get mint, some bergamot, some lavender, cinnamon, vanilla, amber, sandalwood at the dry down, tonka bean. Very nice fragrance. Again, very, very known scent. There's, like I said, tons of fragrances that copy this. Perry Ellis 360, White. There's I think a Cuba that did this scent. So it's a fragrance that's been copied to death over the past 20 years and is a staple in anyone's collection who loves fragrances. Next one is Paul Gaultier's Fleur de Mal. Fleur de Mal is a fragrance that I really like it. This is an aromatic fougere. This has been released in 2007. It's got tons of flowers. Obviously, Fleur de Mal, the flower of the man. You have the petitgrain up top with the neroli to give this nice body, and then you have some basil and a little bit of chamomile to calm this down a little bit. But it's very nice. It's very flowery. So if you don't like flowery scents, stuff that's really floral, I would really stay away from this one. But to me, it's very unique. I love this in the springtime. Next one is Paul Gaultier's Cocorico, and this is the original Cocorico, the one that was released in 2011. It's got a beautiful fig leaf up top, some cocoa, and some vetiver, patchouli, and Virginia cedar to give this some nice body. It's a beautiful fragrance. This was created by Olivier Cresp and Nick Monardo. Great composition. I really enjoy this one as well. And then we have Cocorico by Night, which is an oriental vanilla. You have a nice addition of a rhubarb note in there. Still have the cacao, the fig leaf, and then you have some nice precious wood notes to embody this with some tonka bean. It's a little darker, a little more opulent. I really enjoy this. And last but not least, the one I talked about being unisex, you can enjoy with your significant other. This is an Oriental Vanilla Gaultier 2. This thing is all about vanilla, amber, and musk. Those are the only 3 notes. This was also introduced by Maison Francis Cartageon. This is a beautiful composition, guys. I love this fragrance. Unfortunately, it's been discontinued, but it's one that I would urge you. This was actually released in 2005. It was shortly lived, but poor sales, but I urge you to try to get your hands on this if you can. This Gaultier Squared or Gaultier 2. Phenomenal scent, guys. Again, it's Maison French Scorchation, and it's going to be an amazing scent for you. So these are the 5 fragrances that I own by the house of Paul Gaultier. And coming up next, I'm going to give you guys the good, the bad, the ugly, the underrated, and the overrated of this brand. Alright guys, so let me give you the good. The good of this company is that it's going to be, I think, rather safe. If you want to smell good, I would say Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male, which will also fall to me right now under the category of overrated. It's been, not that it's bad, it's a great scent, it smells fantastic, but due to the fact that it's been around for 20 years, due to the fact that it's been copied so much, I'm going to give this the good and also the overrated for this company. It's been copied. You're going to smell, if you wear this and you want to impress a lady or your significant other, chances are that she has already smelled this on somebody else. So, you know, I have to give this the good and the overrated because of that. So if you want to smell unique, I think this is definitely not the most unique from this company or unique from the fragrance world for that matter. So this is going to get the good and the overrated. Coming up next, I'm going to give you guys the bad / underrated of this house, Jean-Paul Gaultier. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so the bad and the underrated. I think the most underrated of this house, I think, will have to be Cocorico, and I will have to go with Cocorico by Night, guys. This is a beautiful fragrance. You're going to get the fig leaf, you're going to get the cocoa, you know, you're going to get beautiful tonka bean on the dry down, some vanilla, some rhubarb that will give this something very unique and elegant. And so I have to give this guy the most underrated from this house. You don't hear much about it. The regular Cocorico, you hear more about it, but this one is fantastic. Plus, it lasts longer than the original Cocorico. So this takes for me the cake for the most underrated of the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier. Coming up next, guys, the ugly of the house. Be right back. Okay guys, the ugly of the house for me will have to be Fleur de Mal. If I still had Terrible or Terrible, Le Male Terrible, Terrible, whatever you want to call it, that would take the cake. But since I don't have that anymore, I'll have to give it to Fleur de Mal. I like the scent, don't get me wrong. I really enjoy this in the springtime. Although if you spray too much, it will get a little cloying because it's an explosion of flowers. So, you know, not everyone's going to like the way you smell, and not everyone is going to like the way they smell when they spray on themselves. So this is definitely one that's, I think, the more challenging juice of this house. So we'll take the ugly. And also, I'm going to give, you know, last but not least, a very honorable mention here, which, you know, didn't take anything from the good, bad, the ugly, the underrated, or the overrated, but it's one that I really enjoy from this house, and it has to be mentioned, which is this guy right here, guys, Gaultier 2. This is a beautiful juice, has made some of my top lists, and I will probably do a full review on that very soon. It's a fragrance that I truly enjoy, and my significant other loves this fragrance. So definitely unisex, and definitely one to check out. Fortunately discontinued, but look carefully, and I'm sure you'll find a nice bottle. So the good, the fragrance Jean-Paul Gaultier house will have to go to Le Male. Very safe, but again, a scent that is going to be not unique, and you will smell rather like other people. So if you want to smell unique, if you want something that's going to stand out, that's definitely the most overrated of the house. The bad, that it's tremendously underrated, I'll have to go to Cocorico by Night, which is a fragrance that deserves a little more attention from this house. Very nice, beautiful scent, lots of cocoa, beautiful fig leaf note, tonka bean, rhubarb, woodsy notes. Definitely check this out, guys. And then the ugly will go to Fleur de Mal. Definitely one that's very challenging to the nose. Tremendous mix of flowers in there, and could be very challenging to some people. And then one that I have to mention is Gaultier 2. It's a beautiful fragrance by Maison Francis Cochlejean, and it's one that you should definitely check out. It's very unique. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is the first Good, Bad, Ugly, Underrated, Overrated of 2015. I will have more for you very soon. Thank you so much for interacting with the fragrance community and myself, to making this a place for us to share our love for fragrance, and I'll have more for you very soon. And also, if you want to see anything in particular reviewed, please let me know. If there's any fragrance that you want to see reviewed, just drop down in the comment box, let me know, and I'll get to that as soon as possible. Definitely going to have lots of reviews for you this year. There's some new segments. I'm going to be doing a under the radar segment very soon of fragrance houses that are very famous, but also have fragrances that are under the radar that deserve some attention from the fragrance community. Obviously, I'm going to continue to have everything that you've seen over the past year. You know, the official swap and sale threads every month. So at the end of the month, I have an announcement for that, and you can partake on that and just list what you have, what you want, what you're looking for, and continue with the reviews, the GBUs, continue with regular reviews, obviously, and the GP3s, which is great fragrances with great price, with great performance. The GP3s I will be releasing in springtime. The other segment of that, and obviously continuing with the top videos. And I'm going to have some very interesting videos coming up, guys, besides the contests, obviously, that I'm going to continue to do, and the sale videos, but I'm going to have some beautiful content coming up for you guys, some very interesting stuff on top fragrances that are sold throughout the world, for male, for female, and some other interesting stuff fragrance related. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will talk to you guys soon.